All right, hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with some evening eliminator picks. We did have an auto draft pick happen before I was able to get the stream set up. It was Devon Achan here at 19 after going Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think we would have definitely taken him over like AJ Brown, Drake London tier of players. So no harm, no foul there. But I didn't want to catalog that. That happened. I'm gonna pull stream up, make sure everything is looking good, feeling good. Great. Hoorah. So, yes, as you see in the title, I think we're going to be ending off today's stream with my FFPC Big Gorilla pick. Let me make sure I have enough time to do that because it is definitely my pick. It's just whether or not, I have 2.5 hours. So if this stream goes for more than that, we're going to have a great time. Yeah, all right. So we're back in. And I think that it's actually kind of interesting with, it's starting to be home league season. Because I think what's correct in the Eliminator is going to be a lot closer to what's correct in most home leagues. So at the end of the day, home leagues are a pretty relaxed environment in terms of how right you have to be to win. And in a lot of ways, the Eliminator can be that as well. Like it's pretty relaxed. You don't necessarily always need ceiling outcomes every week from every team. From both. Where is the stream? There we are. Cool. So I think going from Eliminator to home league season is going to be a lot easier than going to the best ball brand. So I may just do that. I may just, when I'm finished with my my eliminators, just completely switch over and be like, okay, it's it's home league time. But we're here at the 11, 4.11. T-Mac would be my general pick. However, with Rice and the overlapping buys, less into that, and non-zero chance that he makes it around the turn. Bucky Irving is like the last of a group of running backs and gets us our third here. So I think can pretty happily select Bucky Irving there. Here we're at 35, and it's between Etienne or Chris Olave. I think even with recent news, Etienne, recent news, I say, being this depth chart thing. These things, as much as they piss me off, they don't matter. They really just don't and shouldn't really matter that much. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and grab Etienne. We have a good amount of picks to make. It's good. So we're in the later parts of third round, and a lot of these getting into the fourth round, having some more interesting decisions to make. Like here we're at the 4.3. I don't think this is particularly interesting. I think this is just Garrett Wilson, unless something weird is going on. No, it's just Garrett Wilson. From a talent level, Garrett Wilson is just like on a completely different plane from the guys like, T. Higgins, Live McConkey, Jalen Waddle. So I don't think that being on the Jets is that big of a detriment. We're here at 34, and it looks like we're going to be taking Trey McBride, Kenneth Walker, CeeDee Lamb. Same start through 3 here. Kenneth Walker, CeeDee Lamb, Trey McBride falling to us. 2 week 14 buys. A nice elite tight end feels really good. It would have been nice to have Neighbors fall to us too, but there's a big difference between McBride and this level of receiver versus like Neighbors versus Chris Olave. Like those are just like imagine last year like saying that we're going to be comparing Neighbors and Olave. People would look at you funny. I like Waddle and T-Mac, but we do need running backs. There is a point where we do need running backs. My highest ranked running back is David Montgomery. It's probably just, draft Montgomery and hope that he's good. Even though I'm not going to be confident about that. But last time they did this, they just loaded up a running back with touches. So hopefully they do the same thing again for this team. We got Rice. Wow, I forgot. We got Kenneth Walker, CeeDee Lamb, Rashee Rice, and now we get to just continue with a little bit of value with Travis Etienne. Absolutely. Be my guest. Like I would have much preferred Flowers to come back to us. I think I was talking about this morning, but I'm still really happy with this team. Like this is really quite nice. Here, moving swiftly along. Yeah, my back is worse than it was earlier today. So this is going to be a quicker stream than I initially thought because it feels kind of bad just sitting in a chair. We have Walker, Etienne, and CeeDee Lamb. I mean, we could take any of these receivers, but again, might as well take T. Higgins. He's my highest ranked. There's no reason to take someone else, so we take him. We're here. Pick 35. Henry Lamb starts, and we'll go ahead and slam Josh Jacobs onto this team, I think. Just such an eliminator. Eliminator-ass pick. Yeah, and then probably going to take T. Higgins on the way back, unfortunately. Jeremiah Love goes. So we're at the 28, the very funny 28 pick where no matter what, you're taking someone ahead of ADP. I think – oh, no, I guess we have two Puka Hampton teams. And do they both go – I think I went Rice with the last one. I think this is exactly the setup that we had earlier this morning. And I think I went Rice the last time. And because of that, I'm going to go Flowers over Neighbors. Just because I don't want to take Neighbors into a Hampton Puka because now there's apparently a risk of Puka having a 1-game suspension at the beginning of the year. And if Neighbors misses game 1 and Puka misses game 1, I don't that's a great way to ruin the team. So we'll just take Zay there and feel pretty good about it. Right here, we're in the late 5th. Parker Washington just went. Are looking at Watson, Odunze, or Jadarian Price. So we started Lamb and got Jacobs Etienne at the turn. I see that kind of makes me lean Watson, the teammate thing. Yeah, so let's go ahead and let's just grab Watson. Hope that he continues to be more electric than injury prone. We're here at 17. Psychic says HM. I say, give me Brock Bowers. It's probably going to say Hampton, and I'm going to probably say give me Brock Bowers. Yep. We're here at the 4.3 with Lamb, Jefferson, and then Trey McBride. And pretty big fall on McBride and Jefferson. So I'm going to take Etienne as the faller here and get the running back points that I need. This another great team. I love some of these starts. I love that what people will just give to you sometimes. And it's I guess I'll take it. If you insist, I'll take it. Another Amon-Ra and Brock Bowers. Wow, people are really just worried about Hampton, it seems like. People are letting Hampton just fall in these drafts. I'm not quite sure why. I'm missing Allen. Yeah, we'll go Jacobs over Etienne. We'll get a Kenneth Walker Amon-Ra St. Brown team. That feels nice. Keeping those percentage is not super duper low. Yeah, we took our Ashton Genty, so we'll continue to go back to Lamb there. Okay, at 36, we started Derrick Henry, Justin Jefferson. We are getting a Devonta Smith team here at the 3-4 turn. That feels pretty decent. I will not be taking Scatterbo. I get almost no Olave, it feels like. Which I can kind of get with like the Tyson thing. And just how much I really, 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 really love Juwan Johnson. But I want some of them. We'll grab Olave here. We're getting a little bit different with this particular draft. This is definitely not playing the hits. Quite the opposite, in fact, of playing the hits. Eliminator up here. We're up at 16. Oh, Jefferson fall would have been great. Don't get him, though. Kick says Jace Brown. I say Brock Bowers. I'm assuming. I think I have Saquon ahead of Bowers. I'm like, I do want to be taking Saquon ahead of Bowers, but not some of these other receivers. Kick says Travion. Not really a Travion team. Terry McLaurin. Again, I'm really out on Terry McLaurin with all the stuff that's been going on there. I don't understand why we hate Christian Watson here. I'm not quite sure. But I'll go a play that's even lower on the side. Kick from Adunze. Oh, I do have enough from Adunze. I forget I have enough Adunze, enough Luther Burden, and then I'm like slacking at Colston Loveland, so we're fine. Good to hear, Mother. Good to hear. Juwan Johnson, very important. Not that I can take him at any time soon in any of these drafts, but let's just say maybe that's what Travis Etienne is setting us up for, is some nice Travis Etienne, Juwan Johnson teams. Yeah, I'm. If I was going to take a running back, it would be Price over Henderson. Yeah, why am I even thinking about it? Like, Watson's just so far in my ranks. Like, let's be honest with ourselves and say I think this is the best pick and pick him. So we've started 4 straight receivers: Puka, AJ Brown, Malik Neighbors, Jalen Waddle. Travion once again is the top click of the sidekick. I can see not wanting to go Luther Burden into this, so I'm just going to go Lamar. Continue to fill out the starting lineup, not like over-index on receivers, and yeah, this should be a pretty interesting 0 RB team that hopefully will get some good interesting click slate. We may have to like be taking some specific stabs later on different RB2s, but 0 RB team that I think could quite possibly do well. Here at the 3-9. Oh, it's down again. I'm always like, wow, we're at 33. What? Who are people taking here? Oh, this is where Josh Allen goes, and I'm never taking Josh Allen. Although when we get to my FFPC team, you may see a surprising pick there, whose name rhymes with Smosh Malin. Which, looking back, I'm not necessarily super happy with my choice there, but there are worse things in the world. Why? Wow. Sidekick just really, really thinks that early season running back production just is like impossible to get. Interesting. I don't know about this. I mean, yeah, I get like in redraft you want studs more than anything else, and Jason is a stud. And we're a little bit worried about these Jacobs, McConkey, and Tate. But I don't know. I don't know if I would do that personally, but it is kind of close. Good to see you, Emo. Good to see you, brother. Yeah, we're we are slapping it up here in some eliminators. Some real wide receiver heavy drafting in the eliminator, which I've been told is not good, but yeah, whatever. Yeah, I mean, sure. I understand this. I think it is reasonable reasoning. I don't know. I'm probably a bit higher on Josh Jacobs than most people. So I don't think like. Let's actually think through this. Are you starting? What's the like starts? Presuming it's like half PPR start, 2 receivers, 2 wide receivers, and a flex. Is that correct? The more flex spots you have in your league, the more I will say keep the guys you have. If it's like 2 receivers, 2 running backs, and a flex, I can be like, yeah, fire away. If you're like full PPR, 2 wide receiver, 1 flex, yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, only 2 wide receivers, not 3 wide receivers, and only 1 flex spot. Yeah, you just want to get good players on your team, and yeah, absolutely, Jason is in a different caliber than Jacobs, McConkey, and Tate, 100%. So I can get behind that there. Yeah. Just want to make sure I feel good about that before I pass judgment. I can absolutely get behind that with those settings. Yeah, I can. Oh, it's. Oh, I see. It's funny. Bye week overlap there. Bye week overlap there. Like, we have a pretty big reach to take McMillan here. I'm just so like I don't care about Swift. Like, what's going on there? Blah 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 blah. Something I feel like there's been like some pretty negative coach speak on Manangai that I'm not sure about. Like, I'm not sure like if it means anything or not. We're gonna come back to you. I don't think about other things. Oh dear lord. We're in the 7th round. Oh, I remember I was supposed to. That's what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to update my ranks before I stream. This did not happen because once again, my back. Uh-oh. You care to drop any of them in the chat? Any absolute of the most absolute shooters? You know, if you ever need help drafting eliminators, Emo, there's an expert you have on call. I've heard. Now, whether you decide that expert is me or Kurt Rambis, will determine your expected value a lot. But no, I love these. I love this contest so much. It's such an interesting sweat, and it's such an interesting, like, different puzzle than a lot of the other contests. Jonathan Brooks is still here? Well, I feel like people have been chasing Jonathan Brooks like all the way up the freaking board. Like, this receiver room feels really good. I kind of want Harvey with the Waddle stuff over like gambling in Carolina's receiver running back room. So I think I'm just going to take Harvey here. Oh, that's great. Oh my gosh, you get both the B Robinsons. Oh, yes. Beautiful. And I don't know. I feel like unless your first running back, like, as long as you got at least one of the running backs that's in the like Aaron Jones, Jonathan Brooks, JCM, Rodriguez tier, you can probably get away with kind of getting dusted with a Gibbs team. Because I'm assuming if you're getting dusted with a Gibbs team, it meant you win Gibbs, receiver, and then like maybe like Tyler Warren or something, or like maybe an elite quarterback. Like, I'm assuming you didn't get dusted for like stupid reasons. That would be that's my guess. That the Cowboy did not just like absolutely get trounced on for no reason. But hey, crazier things have happened. Garrett Wilson at the 4.8 seems absurd. Yeah, it is absurd. So I'm going to take it. Thanks. May at quarterback. Okay, so it's. Oh, dear Lord. Yep, Neil, the statistician will get you there. Yeah. I mean, this is unfortunately when the Sharps, I am not the Sharps. Other people are the Sharps. But when the Sharps are really drafting a lot of the Eliminator is right now, which is kind of annoying. But that's the great thing about having different opinions than the Sharps is that I'm not always pissed off with them And sometimes I'm like, oh shit, nobody wants my boy Jawan Johnson. Nobody wants to take Javonte Williams. I'll take him. Great, please and thank you. Yeah. No, we're still thinking on that team. Easiest pick of my life. Team of correlation, beautiful. Players I want to get more of on my teams, beautiful. Give me Derrick Henry, CeeDee Lamb, Zay Flowers. Oh, if I could start all my drafts like this, I wouldn't, but like it would still feel really good. So here at the 4-5 turn, started Gibbs, Breece Hall, Rice. I'm guessing, yeah, it's just going to be McMillan Evans. I don't see any reason to go a different way. Like the double week 5 bye kind of sucks. But Evans shouldn't be hurt by week 5. It should take longer than 5 weeks for Evans to get hurt. I'm hoping. Obviously, I'm hoping he doesn't get hurt, but can't always assume that. Pardon me. But yeah, Gibbs and Hall should be holding it down at the running back room. And what am I going to do? Pick Trayvon Henderson or Jadarian Price here? Absolutely not. That'd be ridiculous. That'd be silly. We're not doing silly things here. So yeah, we'll grab T-Mac and we'll grab Mike Evans. And then here we'll just take Jacobs again. More likely we get ETN to fall back to us than Jacobs, I would say. And yeah, we can grab Garrett Wilson at the 4-2 instead of the 4-8. And then we always run into one where it's like, oh, darn. I don't know the best way to deal with this. Bit of a puzzle pick. I'm starting to come back to just take T. Higgins. The bye week doesn't matter. We were at the 4-5. We're not going to really like the receivers at or the running backs at the next turn, more than likely. Like our next pick is going to be, was it 52, 56? If you go down to like the people that are probably going to be there at 56, like maybe like Price or Henderson makes it back to us, but if they don't, we're like really sad. So it is probably like that makes me think, okay, just discount the receivers. We're taking a running back. And if we're taking a running back, we're taking Scatterbo, I think. He's the highest by ADP. He's the highest by my ranks. He's the highest on the sidekick. If we're taking running back, I think it's a clear Scatterbo. It's just having to actually be clear that we are taking a running back here. Yeah, I think that's correct. So we grab Scatterbo here. Doesn't feel too bad. Actually feels pretty decent now that once I thought about it, like go through what the next pick would be. Scatterbo, Scatterbo is not someone that I want to have crazy underweight exposures to, because he is shown to be a pretty decent pick and a pretty decent player. And anyone who legitimately thinks he's on the same level of Tyrone Tracy, like perhaps the Giants coaching staff does, is a joke. That is a joke. That is a hee hee ha ha joke. Yes. Now, we're going to stop sharing that screen, pull my beautiful face in full screen for just a second as we go over to my FFPC draft. So you may, I need to share this tab. Perfect. So this is my first foray into FFPC for the year. I've been doing a slow draft of this for a hot second, and I need to edit to the stage and put my camera back in the right place. But yes, here I'm General Conway out of the 5-hole, and I'm pretty happy with how this the team has turned out so far. But you'll see the problem that I'm working through as we go through it. How's it going, Angry Dragon? Yeah, I'm hoping to do one of the. I have enough funds. I did one slow, and I might do another fast one. If I could do the fast one, I would definitely stream it for the big gorilla. I played it once last year. 2 years ago, I did one of the $35 tournaments, qualified for the 350, did the 350, bricked it, but I did it early enough that getting Fan in the 20th round was like an actual flex. So I felt pretty good about that, but it finished 5th in the pod, which is frustrating. Obviously hoping to do better this year. But yeah, we started Nakua, had Barkley fall to us, which I felt really nice about. And then we had Hall fall to us, which I felt really good about. And then I was sitting on the clock at 4.8, and I'm like, I haven't taken not Mike Evans, Josh Allen at all. I haven't taken a single share of Josh Allen. Maybe this is the right place to do it. Managed league, I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to think about it. Just plug and play quarterback. I've since learned that this was an atrocious mistake. Because I'm looking at a bunch of 2v2s I could have had. Like, imagine if I take, unfortunately, a lot of the quarterbacks would be at very different places. But, even let's say I got Jaden Daniels in the 7th. Let's say I got Jaden Daniels in the 7th and Garrett Wilson up here. I think I would prefer Garrett Wilson and Jaden Daniels over Josh Allen and DK Metcalf. But I don't mind having some Josh Allen exposure, and this is, I think, the best place if I want to have Josh Allen exposure to have it. So that was good. And I felt pretty good about our draft from there. We really hammered some receivers here. Mike Evans, Brian Thomas, DK Metcalf. Felt good. Got 2 really nice tight ends. And then the second part of the draft where I think I started making possible mistakes was when I went Concepcion, I think was good. But Dobbs and Shakir, I think were both mistakes. I think those both could have been running backs. If I got a Marshawn Lloyd here at 12.8, Aaron Jones, Marshawn Lloyd, I think would have been much better. Because my receivers are going to be great. Let me promise you. But if anything happens to Barkley or Hall, through 12 runs, I had 2 running backs. And I've been trying to claw it back ever since. And is my wide receiver room meaningfully worse if I have Hunter, Concepcion, Metcalf, Thomas, Evans, Nakua? Am I meaningfully worse if I don't have Dobbs or Shakir? Dobbs, I think, of the 2, Dobbs is the more justifiable pick. Shakir, I think, was just a flat-out mistake. I think I was just looking at, I don't want to take Bigsby or Marshawn Lloyd. Completely just misunderstanding formats. But we're here now. And I'm trying to fill out some later round running backs here. Algier, Allen, Tucker. I think my big hope is that I can get one of these 2, James Collier, Seth McGowan, eventually in this draft. I don't think it's time for that yet. But yeah. Move back over here. Yeah. We got a James Conner, Seth McGowan in the queue. But I need to remind myself what the look-ahead games are for this, because I could see Mevis being getting a look-ahead kicker in the 18th probably is not terrible. NFL schedule. So I don't care about preseason. I want the regular season. So we have Pats, Seahawks, Niners, Rams. So Pats, Seahawks, Rams gone defense-wise. Niners haven't. And I'm not taking the Niners defense against the Rams early. Don't care about that. Kicker-wise, though, I think Jason Myers has gone. Let me see. If I filter by kicker. I'm assuming Jason Myers is gone. Yeah. Cool. So it's possible that it's worth it to take Mevis or Pinheiro. I mean, Mevis is a bad kicker, if I remember correctly. Just actively bad. What was the other game? It was Patriots, Seahawks. Yeah, so it's Borregales, Mevis, or Pinheiro. I mean, Pinheiro's fine, isn't he? The thing with Mevis is he's great. Yeah, it's probably Mevis. It's probably just Mevis. I'm looking at defenses, though, is the other thing I want to think about. Because this is a team Like let's be honest. This is a team that's going to need to spend its spend its fat. Let's just put it that way. We're going to be very churny about getting RB2s on this team. So having a defense that I can start week in, week out is reasonably important. So for that, I like going back to the schedule grid. Let me. This is the same thing I used to like figure out which teams I was excited about in the Eliminator early in the season. But I can do the same thing for scoring defenses, where it's like, okay, is there like what teams are really going against? Like, who do I think are going to be the worst? Anyone who's going against Cleveland early. So that's Jacksonville, Tampa Bay, Carolina, Pittsburgh, and the Jets, I would say, would be early for Cleveland. Cleveland, Atlanta probably is pretty bad. Pittsburgh goes against both of them reasonably. Let's look at Pittsburgh's schedule. It's Atlanta, New England, Cincinnati, Cleveland. That's not great. New England and Cincinnati are not not offenses that I'm even like okay to be starting a defense against. Jets get Tennessee, like the first bit of the schedule. Not Tennessee, like rookie quarterback starting. Is there a rookie quarterback starting? No, because Vegas isn't doing that. It could be anyone who's going against Miami is also pretty good. Vegas, SF, Kansas City. We could do SF. Like it's possible that SF eventually is good. Because they have Miami, Arizona as their week 2 and 3, and you get a look ahead week 1. Like I think SF is probably a premier streaming defense because you're not. I'm not expecting Miami or Arizona to be anything special. I think Chargers and Seattle defense already went. Baltimore defense doesn't really have good matchups early. Yeah, so like my hope I think is to end up with Yeah, I think my hope would be to just get both 49ers. Like get SF team defense, get Eddie Pinheiro, at least to start the season, get both of the look aheads, and hey, maybe the first game is rough for SF team defense, but if that's the case, then I can just pick up another defense, drop, I don't know, Khalil Shakir or something. Like honestly, of my team, if I need to pick up someone to try, it's probably honestly it's Gatron Allen after he is a healthy scratch week 1. Yeah. I mean these defenses have gone off. Like of the defenses, the Rams went in the 14th, Houston went in the 15th, Denver went in the 15th, Seattle went in the 16th, Pittsburgh, Philly, and the Chargers all went in the 17th, and New England and Jacksonville went in the 18th. So there's been some pretty substantial pickings on defenses. That's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 defenses already gone. Actually, that's interesting. So there's never a world where I'm taking a defense here because everyone to my left already has a defense. So if they want to take us out of defense, be my guest. There's one person who could grab a kicker here. To my left. So if I have 2 kickers that I'm okay with, which I do, I have Nevis and Pinheiro. So there's never a reason why I'm taking defense or kicker with this pick. Defense and kicker will be my last 2 picks. Like I'll just accept. Like I'll probably take whichever of Pinheiro or Nevis make it back to me. And then whatever defense I get with the last pick for defenses, like whatever, that's fine. Grab like Cleveland or some shit. I don't know. Defense is not my specialty. So that seems fine. So it really is just, okay, who do I want as my last like non special teams pick? And right now for me the options really are James Conner, like hope he gets traded, sort of thing. DJ Giddens, like he's got he's like pretty injured, if I remember correctly. Because I was definitely big on him, but he's got some problems. It looks like right now. 2. DJ Giddens and Seth McGowan are competing for snaps. Giddens has been sidelined with a hamstring injury. McGowan's performed well with the second team. Yeah, I mean, and McGowan's like not bad, theoretically. And like Colts backup RB is like, I would think a pretty valuable running back to have. To be fair, Seahawks backup RB is probably pretty valuable to have. Like Kalani is probably just like a viable RB2 for as long as Charbonnet's not there. Like it's just so clear in camp that Emmanuel Wilson is not it. And I mean, Kalani, even if Jadarian Price ends up being the number one back, could like very clearly be the receiving, the pass catching back of the two. So I think these are the only. I think DeMarcado makes any sense. Like Gordon, Randall, Wilson, absolutely not. Quinn Allen, that's very funny. Malik Davis, maybe could be interesting. Like a bet against Jaden Blue. Jaden Blue could be nothing. I mean, Trey Benson is like very similar to the James Conner bet, but more likely to be traded. And when I have LSU already, I'm not necessarily sure that I want more nonsense. I mean, Malik Davis is like kind of just like been very. It's kind of been iffy on whether or not he's the two. Like it's very clear that the Cowboys want Jaden Blue to be the two. So it's just whether or not they're willing to force him to be the two or not. And then we start getting into like premium quote unquote free agents like Najee and Kareem Hunt, which is just I'm not touching those. I don't need to touch those. So why would I touch those? Yeah, I mean, I want to make sure that I'm like fully understanding George Holani right now. I mean, he's listed atop the depth chart right now, right? Obviously, if somehow I'm getting 1A in the Seattle Seahawks running back room with the 18th pick, that's of course absurd. But like this guy has last season had 22 carries for 73 yards and a touchdown. Like, that would be like a good game, and that was his total over the season. But it's like. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. What's Zach Charbonnet's like injury timeline? October, November, December. Like it could be a long while. I think it may be just correct to go Holani here. Yeah. Like I think Holani's a disciplined pick, especially because I think Seth McGowan can be gotten off of Fab. Would be my guess. James Conner maybe not, but I would guess people aren't taking Seth McGowan. So if I get really excited about him, I can just blow a bunch of fab dollars on him. And I don't think I'll get that opportunity with Helani. So yeah, we'll go ahead and draft Helani. And guy behind me auto drafted. So I think that's going to be it for today. I didn't really have anything else. And we have a nice decent length stream today. Got to really debate these FFPC picks. Just a fun little bonus because I figured we were on the clock. Might as well think about it. So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow morning with some more draft picks. Hopefully, I'll be feeling better and can stick around for a little bit longer tomorrow morning. But we'll have to see. Anyways, thank you very much for sticking around, guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.